AI agents become truly useful when MCP connects them to real tools, business data, workflows, and live context securely. Now let's look at agents need more than intelligence. AI agents are useful only when they can work with real context. A smart model alone does not know your files, tools, systems, or workflows. It may reason well, but it still needs access to the right capabilities. MCP helps solve this connection problem. It gives AI applications a standard way to connect with tools and data. That is why MCP is becoming important for AI agents. It helps agents move from conversation to useful work. Now let's look at what you will learn. First, we will understand what MCP means. Then we will see why AI agents need tools and data. Next, we will explain MCP clients, servers, tools, resources, and prompts. After that, we will walk through an agent workflow using MCP. Then we will look at business examples. Finally, we will cover security, limitations, and best practices. Now let's look at what is MCP. MCP means Model Context Protocol. It is an open protocol for connecting AI applications to external systems. These systems can include files, databases, APIs, tools, and workflows. Think of MCP as a standard connection layer for AI. Instead of building a custom connector for every tool, MCP creates a common pattern. This makes AI apps easier to extend. It also makes AI agents more practical. Now let's look at why AI agents need MCP. An AI agent can understand a goal and plan steps. But planning alone is not enough. To finish work, the agent needs access to tools and context. It may need a database query. It may need a document search. It may need to update a ticket or prepare a report. MCP helps expose those capabilities in a structured way. Now let's look at the simple analogy. Think of MCP like a universal adapter for AI systems. Without a standard adapter, every AI app needs custom integrations. One connector for files. One connector for CRM. One connector for tickets. One connector for databases. MCP helps create a common way for AI apps to access many capabilities. This reduces integration complexity. Now let's look at MCP host, client, and server. MCP architecture has a few key parts. The host is the AI application the user works with. The MCP client lives inside that application. The MCP server exposes tools, data, or workflow capabilities. The client talks to the server using the protocol. The language model can then use those capabilities through the AI app. This structure separates the AI interface from external systems. Now let's look at what is an MCP server. An MCP server provides capabilities to AI applications. It can expose a tool, like searching a database. It can expose a resource, like a document or file. It can expose a prompt, like a reusable workflow instruction. A server may connect to business systems behind the scenes. For example, a CRM server may expose customer lookup tools. The AI app does not need to know every internal detail. Now let's look at tools, resources, and prompts. MCP commonly works with three useful concepts. Tools are actions the model can request. Resources are data or content the model can read. Prompts are reusable templates or guided workflows. A tool may check order status. A resource may provide a policy document. A prompt may guide a standard support response. Together, these make agents more capable. Now let's look at tool use explained simply. A tool lets the agent do something useful. It can query a database. It can call an API. It can search a file system. It can run a calculation. It can create or update a workflow item. MCP defines how these tools are exposed to the AI application. The agent can then request the right tool for the task. Now let's look at data access explained simply. AI agents need accurate and current data. MCP can help connect them to external data sources. This may include files, documents, business records, or databases. The agent can use this data as context. This makes answers more grounded and relevant. Instead of guessing, the agent can work with real information. That is a major reason MCP matters. Now let's look at workflow context explained. Many business tasks are not single-step questions. They are workflows. A support case may need customer history, product policy, ticket update, and escalation. A finance exception may need invoice data, purchase order data, and approval rules. MCP can expose workflow capabilities to the agent. The agent can then move through the task more intelligently. This connects AI to real operational work. Now let's look at how an MCP-powered agent works. A user gives the agent a task. The agent understands the goal. It decides what context or tool is needed. The AI application uses an MCP client to contact the right MCP server. The server returns data or executes a tool. The agent uses the result to continue the task. A human can review important actions before final completion. Now let's look at example, research agent. A research agent may need files, notes, and web sources. MCP can connect the agent to document stores or research tools. The agent can search relevant materials. It can summarize findings. It can compare sources. It can create a structured report. MCP makes the agent more useful than a simple chatbot. Now let's look at example, coding agent. A coding agent needs project context. It may need access to code files, documentation, issues, and tests. MCP servers can expose these sources and tools. The agent can inspect files. It can search project documentation. It can suggest changes with better context. This helps the agent work inside real development workflows. Now let's look at example, customer support agent. A customer support agent needs more than a help article. It may need customer history. It may need order status. It may need product policy. It may need the ability to create or update a ticket. MCP can expose these tools and data sources. The agent can suggest a better answer or escalate with context. This improves speed and service quality. Now let's look at example, finance agent. A finance agent may help investigate invoice exceptions. It may need invoice data, purchase order data, contract terms, and approval rules. MCP can connect the agent to these sources. The agent can compare records. It can identify likely mismatch reasons. It can draft a resolution note. Human approval should remain required before financial action. Now let's look at example, procurement agent. A procurement agent may support supplier and purchasing workflows. It can look up contract terms. It can compare supplier quotes. It can check policy requirements. It can identify missing approvals. It can draft supplier follow-up messages. MCP gives the agent controlled access to the tools and data needed. This turns AI into a workflow assistant. Now let's look at example, HR agent. An HR agent can answer employee policy questions. But policy answers depend on context. Location, role, employment type, and policy version may matter. MCP can connect the agent to the right policy resources. It can also support onboarding workflows or document checklists. Sensitive cases should be routed to human HR review. This keeps automation helpful but controlled. Now let's look at example, IT Helpdesk agent. An IT Helpdesk agent may diagnose common technical issues. It can search knowledge articles. It can check incident history. It can create or update tickets. It can suggest troubleshooting steps. It can escalate unresolved cases with useful context. MCP helps connect the agent to support tools. This reduces repeated manual investigation. Now let's look at MCP versus API versus RAG. MCP is not the same as an API. An API is usually a specific interface for one system. MCP is a standard way to expose tools and context to AI apps. MCP is also not the same as RAG. RAG retrieves knowledge for answers. MCP can expose retrieval tools, but it can also expose actions and workflows. MCP and RAG can work together inside agent systems. Now let's look at why MCP matters for business. Businesses have many tools, databases, and processes. Without standards, every AI use case needs custom integration work. MCP can reduce that complexity. It can help agents connect to approved tools and trusted data. It can support reusable workflows. It can make AI agents easier to scale across teams. The business value comes from controlled connection, not uncontrolled access. Now let's look at security and permissions. MCP-powered agents need strong security. Tools should only expose what the agent is allowed to use. Sensitive data should be protected. User permissions should be respected. Important actions should require approval. Logs and audit trails should be maintained. The more an agent can do, the stronger the controls must be. Now let's look at common beginner mistakes. One mistake is thinking MCP automatically makes agents safe. Another is connecting too many tools too early. Some teams expose sensitive systems without clear permissions. Others skip human approval for high-impact actions. Some confuse MCP with the full agent logic. MCP connects capabilities, but the agent still needs planning and governance. Good architecture matters. Now let's look at best practices for MCP agents. Start with one clear workflow. Define which tools the agent can access. Use trusted data sources. Keep permissions narrow. Add human review for sensitive actions. Test tool calls and failure cases. Measure whether the agent saves time and improves quality. Scale only after the workflow proves useful. Now let's look at final content recap. MCP helps AI applications connect to tools, data, and workflows. AI agents use reasoning and planning to decide what to do. MCP provides a standard way to expose capabilities through servers. Tools enable action. Resources provide context. Prompts guide repeatable workflows. MCP-powered agents are useful when they are secure, controlled, and connected to real business processes. To wrap up, here is the key takeaway. You now have a structured overview of how MCP powers AI agents with tools, data, and workflows. Review the core ideas, connect them to examples, and revisit concepts like agents need more than intelligence. What you will learn: what is MCP? When practicing. Subscribe to Easy Machine Learning Guide if you want to learn AI through simple explanations and real industry examples.